Welcome back to the Poultry Doc Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Blayne. In today's episode, we're sharing something really special. A brand new adventure here, the Poultry Doc Flock. I'm going to show you just how simple and fun it can be to start raising your very own flock at home. Let's dive in. Welcome to the Poultry Doc Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Blayne, and today is the day. We just got chicks from Ideal Poultry in Cameron, Texas, and for a number of reasons, for 15 years now, I haven't been able to own chickens because of work that I do in the commercial industry. With the role change, I'm able to do that now and open up being able to have these birds again. So it's amazing. It's an exciting time for us. The family is happy, and the Poultry Doc World Headquarters is about to officially get chickens. So we just got back with 2 gold lace Wyandottes, 2 blue lace Wyandottes, and 2 silver Seabrights. So let's see what they look like. So if you remember the first video when we looked at chicks and we looked at chick quality, one of the things we were looking for are red hawks. You want to have good activity. You can see these are running around. They look great. But we're looking for those red hawks, like any navel issues that we want to take care of. So again, you can turn them over and their navel will be right here, just kind of where their belly button would be. It's actually where the yolk attaches before it's absorbed into the abdomen. But we want to make sure that that's closed. And if you have a chick that's got a little open navel there, you can put a little like an iodine solution or chlorhexidine on it to help clean that up. But these all look great, and looks like Ideal gave us a great set of chicks to start with. These birds hatched probably late last night or early this morning, and they have not had water or feed since. So they've been in the box. They traveled with us for a couple hours on the way back from the hatchery to here. We really want to get them on water as soon as possible. And one way to do that, just to teach them where it's at, is to dip their beak gently in the water, and they will figure out pretty quickly where the water's at. And usually they'll find that water and they'll go right back to it when they're thirsty. So we just put these chicks on the ground, and you can see they're actively eating. They're foraging on that plate. I love putting the plate out because it's easy access. They can see it. They can walk on it. I'm not worried about them pooping on the plate and eating it. That's totally fine. That's a natural part of chicken behavior. That's what they do. We've got our standard medicated chick starter diet. And remember, that medication that's in there is amprolium at a low dosage to control coccidiosis. So these birds have not been vaccinated for coccidiosis. They have been vaccinated for Merrick's. They have just plain standard tap water, no vitamins, no minerals, because they don't need any of that. Everything they need is in that feed. I've got easy access feed on a plate. I've got a simple heat lamp. It's a 250 watt bulb. It's probably about 95 degrees, say here on this brighter ring, and it's where it's sitting at right now is at 90 degrees. So 95, 90, you can see the chicks where they're sitting right now. They're finding a really nice, comfortable spot. That's called the thermoneutral zone. That's where they're happy. They will rest there and be fine tonight. One thing you can do just to make sure your chicks are nice and warm, you can pick them up and you'll feel their feet. You can put their feet on your cheek, and their feet should be nice and warm. If their feet are cold, it's a sign the chick's kind of cold, so you want to warm things up there. If all your chicks are chirping and making a bunch of noise, there's probably something not quite right. Either they don't feel great, or it's too hot, or it's too cold, usually too hot. Quiet chicks and sleeping chicks are a good thing. They're resting. In that first couple hours, they spent at least 12 hours to pip out of that shell. And so that takes a lot of energy, and so they're kind of having to rest now that they're out. So a little chicken trivia is, how many teeth does a chicken have? And the answer is really, they don't have teeth, but they have a tooth. So it's just one, and you can still see it. It hasn't fallen off yet on this chick, but at the very tip of the beak is what's called the chick tooth. And that helps it pip out of the shell. And so I'm sure many of you have hatched chicks, but if you haven't, this chick inside the shell, its head is tucked under its left wing, and it uses its legs to maneuver and work all the way around. It'll pip a circle around the top of that shell with that tooth right there. And that's how it's able to get out. So we've kept things really simple because I want to show you at home that anybody can do this. You don't need a fancy setup. I literally got this box from a dumpster behind a McDonald's on the way home. The wood, my neighbors are redoing their cabinets, and the box was kind of falling down a little bit, so I snagged some wood from their wood pile and made it a little stronger. We had these clips laying around the house. This heat lamp cost 12 bucks. That water was $7. I don't know, the feeder was maybe another $7. So we're really not that far in. You don't have to get super technical with how these birds are raised. We just need to make sure that their temperatures are comfortable and they have access to fresh food and water. Don't be scared of these chickens. My goal here with these birds is to show you that this can be done very simply. The water has nothing in it. There's no vitamins, there's no minerals, it's just plain tap water. And we're gonna follow these birds throughout their life, and you're gonna see that they're gonna do just fine. So we're gonna come back in the morning. We call it 24-hour crop fill. So we're gonna come back 24 hours. So tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna come fill these birds, and they should be, almost every one of them should have a really full crop. It should be about the size of a nickel. And basically that's just a full crop. That means those birds are hungry, they're eating, and they're likely drinking. Sometimes you can feel some water in there too. It may be more squishy. That's totally normal. Do not try to shake the feed out of the baby chicks. That's totally normal. Okay, welcome to day 2 of the Poultry Doc Flock. We're 24 hours in, and I want to ensure that all these birds are eating. So we picked them all up, and I want to show you a great example of crop fill. We talked about that yesterday. So I'm going to feel at the top right of each of their breasts, and we can feel the crop. It's about the size of a marble. You can see it bulging out on her. That's a perfect sign. That means she's eating and she's drinking and she's doing great. Now, in the case that yours aren't, don't be too worried about it, but this is just a good sign that they're eating. It could be that they just digested what they had and they're in between meals. So if their activity is great and they're running around and you don't feel anything in the crop, not a problem. If their activity is really depressed and they're not running around, they don't seem active, that crop's not full, then we need to step in. Ensure first that they're getting water. So we want to dip their beaks in water, make sure they're getting water. If we need to hydrate them and actually bring some water to their beak with like a dropper, that's another thing we can do. And then maybe entice them with other food like egg yolk or something that they may be more responsive to, that's got some color to it. So a couple things we can do to ensure the health of our flock early. You're supposed to land better. I appreciate everybody for joining. Click that like button, subscribe, tell everybody about it, and thanks for joining us today.